Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to share with you how our family spends about 50% less than the average American on groceries. Let's get started and talk about it. The other day when I was at a grocery store, and this was on clearance, our family used to have roast beef dinner once every 2 weeks, which we loved, and I saw a roast on clearance. I thought, oh, this sounds wonderful. At first I thought it said $3. Well, guess what? I looked again, and it was $33. I'm like, well, I guess that roast will be staying at the store. But, we used to have full big chicken breasts and big roast dinners. Unfortunately, due to inflation, we're not doing that very often. So, how are we saving money? The average family of 3 spends anywhere from $800 to $1,300 a month. The average family of 4 spends $995 to $1,560 a month. That's for groceries. Now, I'm not sure if it just means food and non-food. I'm primarily talking about just food, just groceries, okay? Not non-essentials like toilet paper and things like that. We spend on the average of about $400 a month. And I've really been doing good about sticking to that, because just because it tells me that there's inflation, I kind of dig my heels in and say I'm going to find a way to make it work. So one of the things that I do is right now I'm only purchasing items that are on sale or on clearance if it's something I use. I know I mentioned I don't buy as much clearance, but that's only on things we don't use. Example, and I don't always get to take advantage of these deals. The other day when I was at Kroger, they had a pork roast for $3. This was normally $9, okay? That was a good deal, so I definitely picked that up. So I buy things when they're on sale. So let's say that a family member says, hey, I love this delicious granola bar, will you pick it up? And I look and I'm like, hey, they're on sale right now for $1.99. Yes, I will pick up a couple boxes. But let's say that they were normal price, $4.50. I would not buy them for $4.50. I will stock up when they are on sale. So that's kind of one big thing. And if it's not on sale, one of the things that I'll do is I'll just buy store brand of something. Another thing is we are using less meat. I remember when I would make casseroles and things like that, and different types of casseroles, hot dishes, soups, all of that good stuff. I would use like 2.5 pounds of ground beef. Now, sometimes I'm using half a pound, sometimes I'm using a pound, and then I also fill in with beans and spread it out. So I'm not using as much meat, which makes a big difference. And meat is not the main part of the meal. And one of the things I buy a lot, because they're so inexpensive, are vegetables. You can add this. Like, let's say, for example, I make sausage bake, which I love. I'll take sweet potatoes, I'll take new potatoes and carrots and some like smoked chicken sausage, and I'll season that up with a little olive oil and bake it. It's really good. Well, I used to use 2 whole things of sausage. I now use 1. So yes, we are still using them, and if I went vegan, I'd probably even save more money. But we are still doing really well, and we're eating really well. The next thing is I use a lot of oats, which you can see over here. I make them in my slow cooker all the time, and that is so inexpensive to make oats yourself. It's a lot less expensive than the packets that you make. I can do all different kinds. I've done pumpkin spice, I've done maple, I've done cinnamon raisin. You can make a lot of different ones, and they're really good, and you can make them healthy without a lot of sugar, and they still taste fantastic. I use a lot of beans and things, and that stretches things out. You can season them up. And I do use, and I keep most of them in here, and I move them to these. One of my friends gave me this. I do make regular potatoes, but I do like to keep some instant potatoes, some rice, all of this stuff, pasta. You can add tons of veggies, tons of seasonings. One of my 2 favorite seasonings that I absolutely love are smoked paprika and garlic, powdered garlic salt. They can really add. I'm really into using the spices because it adds so much flavor, and beans. You can make something really delicious that's not that expensive and stretch it out, okay? And a lot of things, when I'm in the store, there's just things that I leave behind. The other day, I was craving a caramel apple. This thing was like this big, literally, and it was $1.99. I'm like, guess what? That caramel apple's just going to sit there because I'm not spending $1.99 on a dinky caramel apple. A lot of times I just go without. And another thing, I use cash. So once the cash is gone, that's it. I would only use my charge card if I found some deals I just couldn't pass up. And that doesn't happen that often. One last thing, I'm going to leave you with this, is I use all my old ingredients. Example, I needed sour cream the other day, and I was running low on sour cream, so guess what? I used Greek yogurt. So I improvise ingredients, and I'm always going through my refrigerator, freezer, and pantry and using up old stuff because we don't have that much food waste anymore. So these are ways that I'm saving on groceries. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What are some ways you guys are saving on groceries right now? I'd like to hear about it. That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.